Hi, my name is Jon Schneider. I'm the owner of hdrental.com, and we're a rental company in the Los Angeles area that specializes in renting camera support equipment like these Vinten Quattro pedestals. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and operate the Vinten Quattro L series pedestal. When you receive a pedestal at your location, the first thing you want to do is check the pressure gauge right here. If the gauge shows greater than 50 pounds, you need to lower it until it reads 50 pounds. If the pressure gauge is below 50 pounds, never try to lift or operate the column, as serious permanent damage will occur. If the gauge is below 50 pounds, you need to immediately add more pressure to the pedestal using the supplied nitrogen bottle and regulator. We will show you how to do this later in the video. After you have the correct amount of pressure in the pedestal, 50 to 75 pounds, you should test the pedestal to make sure there was no damage in shipping. With both hands pushing down on the weight tray, unlatch both the red locking levers. While applying downward pressure, allow the column to slowly go to its maximum height, and then move the column up and down. It should be perfectly smooth and quiet. If that's not the case, please contact us right away. Now that we have confirmed the pedestal is in good working order, I will explain how to set it up and operate it. Let's begin by looking at each of the controls on the pedestal and what their function is. On one side of the triangular skirt is the steering and height changeover knob. This knob allows you to select between regular steering mode or adjusting the ground clearance of the skirt. To adjust ground clearance, turn the steering jack changeover knob clockwise, pointing to the up and down arrows. To raise the skirt, turn the steering wheel counterclockwise. The skirt can be raised 1.1 inches from the ground. To lower the skirt, turn the steering wheel clockwise. And to place the pedestal in a fixed position, lower the skirt all the way down to the stage floor. Next, we have the pressure gauge and the Schrader fill valve. They are used to pressurize and depressurize the pedestal in order to balance the camera rig. We always supply a nitrogen bottle and regulator for pressurizing the pedestal. If you did not receive a nitrogen bottle, please contact us right away. We will return to the pressure gauge and Schrader valve in much more detail when we balance the camera rig. Do not pressurize the pedestal with a regular air source, such as a manual pump or standard air compressors. This will introduce water into the internal system and can permanently damage the pedestal. Now let's look at the column drag control. Turning the drag control knob clockwise increases the drag or stiffening of the motion of the column going up and down. Next, we have the on-shot clamp, which will lock the column height in place at any desired height. Pull the clamp outward from the base to lock and push back flush to release. This is the crab steering changeover foot pedal button. In the down position, all three wheels turn together. This is otherwise known as crab mode. When the button is in the up position, only one wheel turns. This is steering mode. When you are operating the pedestal during production, you will almost always want to be in crab mode. The red markers on the steering wheel show the direction of the motion. When you are moving or maneuvering the pedestal through tight areas, you will find that the steering mode is very helpful. The numerical height scale on the second stage column provides the camera operator a means to reset the height of the pedestal to match camera heights from different pedestal positions on stage. To lock the pedestal in the down position, push the weight tray all the way down and lock both red levers. Always check the pressure gauge, ensuring that it is less than 75 pounds before you unlock the column. To unlock the column, push down and unlock both red levers. Make sure you apply pressure to the weight tray and slowly allow the column to rise up to the top. Allowing the column to shoot up uncontrolled will permanently damage the pedestal. I will now demonstrate how to attach the camera head to the pedestal. This method works for any of the accessories that you may want to put on the pedestal, such as Mitchell-type risers, spider mounts, other types of heads such as Sackler or Cartoni. There are 4 holes on the pedestal's top plate that are a standard hole pattern and fit Vinten products, most accessories, and also fit other manufacturers like Sackler and Cartoni. You can attach most large heads directly to the pedestals using the 4 holes and the 4 bolts. However, when you receive our pedestals, they will arrive with a standard Mitchell mount. This mount acts as a quick release system, requiring only tightening a single nut when mounting a camera head, risers, and other accessories. The main reason you would attach a head directly to a pedestal with 4 bolts is keeping the camera rig as low as possible. When you rent from us, we will always provide the correct accessories that match your particular camera rig, such as Mitchell spider mounts, 6-inch Mitchell plates, 150mm bowl risers, 100mm bowl risers, and Elmec risers. We always consult with our customers via phone before we ship anything. Now that we have the Vector head on the pedestal, and we have mounted the camera, lens, and all the other accessories to be used, we can balance the pedestal. To balance the pedestal, we simply add or release nitrogen until the weight of the entire camera rig can be easily moved up or down with only one finger, and the camera rig will stay in whatever position you place it in. Using the supplied nitrogen bottle, attach the supplied regulator and hose to the bottle. Please make sure the regulator is on tight. The gauge closest to the bottle shows how much pressure there is left in the bottle. The other gauge shows how much pressure is coming out of the bottle. Make sure you have at least 300 pounds coming out. You can adjust the outgoing pressure with the black knob on the regulator. Turning it clockwise increases the outgoing pressure. While looking at the gauge on the pedestal and holding the steering wheel so it doesn't rise up too quickly, add pressure to the pedestal. As soon as you feel there's enough pressure to hold the weight of the camera rig, stop pressurizing. Now test the column to see if you need to add or release pressure. To release pressure from the pedestal, remove the brass Schrader adapter and use a small screwdriver or the valve cap to press on the Schrader pin. Keep your hand on the steering wheel to monitor the balance of the column. Once you feel like the camera rig is close to being balanced, you can make small adjustments by adding or subtracting the supplied weights. As mentioned before, once the pedestal is in balance, you can use the locking lever to lock it in place at any height. And that's how easy it is to set up and operate the Vinten Quattro Pedestal. If you have any other questions, call me, Jon Schneider. We have 24/7 technical phone support. And thanks for watching this video.